What's up guys, JP back at you once again, bringing you guys another review. This time we're reviewing Return of the Killer Tomatoes, coming to us from the year 1988, coming to us courtesy of Rview. So recently I just reviewed the original Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and this time we're reviewing Return of the Killer Tomatoes. So this plot is actually sort of complex. It's silly and ridiculous, but it's complex. So it follows Chad, the nephew of the hero of the Great Tomato War 10 years prior. There he works at a pizza place, a tomato-less pizza place. They use strawberry jam as the sauce and other types of stuff like that because tomatoes are banned and outlawed because of the Great Tomato War that happened 10 years previously. There he ends up meeting this girl who's very attractive, by the way, and it turns out she is in fact a tomato. Which might sound ridiculous, because it is ridiculous. Mad scientist Dr. Gangrene has found a way to turn tomatoes into people using toxic waste and a tomato morphing chamber and music, and then basically his idea is to hide tomatoes among regular people and essentially take over the world, I guess. I'm not really sure what his plan is, but yeah, so that's sort of your story there. You have these tomatoes that are walking around as people, and you have Chad and his girlfriend Tara, who's a tomato, kind of in the middle of this. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, you have George Clooney, who plays Chad's friend, who's sort of this suave guy, and he's trying to help Chad out. Within all of that, you also have a film that breaks the fourth wall constantly, actually doing some stuff that we've seen done time and time again throughout history. From, you know, just off a recent memory, I remember Wayne's World doing it, where they joke about product placement, where they break the fourth wall and do the product placement gimmick, and I just recently seen it in Holliston as well. So pretty interesting. I'm not sure if it was done before Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, or Return of the Killer Tomatoes, but definitely funny jokes when you break the fourth wall for product placement. And you know, they actually have people come in and talk about how everybody needs to be paid who has a speaking role, the Actors Guild, and things like that. It's really funny when they do break the fourth wall. The director comes on screen and talks and things like that. It's honestly a movie that, based on how low budget the first Attack of the Killer Tomatoes was, this one feels way more sleek, and it actually feels like an 80s movie that has like a modestly decent budget. And it's really surprising to see that with a film like Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Who would have known that, you know, they would have put so much stock into a film like this? But I guess it was pretty popular, considering it has 2 more sequels after this and a TV show, an animated TV show. One thing that I was a little bit disappointed with was, like, the climax of the film didn't really seem like it had much going for it. Like, I expected just an all-out tomato, just gory tomato shenanigans to ensue, but it really never did. Overall, I actually did enjoy Return of the Killer Tomatoes, and I'm gonna give it about a 6.5 out of 10. It does have a few special features. The first is a commentary with the writer/director John D. Bello, and it has an interview called Hanging with Chad, a brand new interview with star Anthony Stark. I did check out the interview. It's about 17 minutes long. Pretty interesting. He mostly just talks about how lucky he was to work with so many actors, including George Clooney, who, you know, went on to have an amazing career and really an A-list actor, which was, you know, it's always cool to see people get their start in these low budget, you know, cheesy horror movies, I guess. You know, but yeah, that interview was pretty cool. Nothing super amazing. Has reversible cover art on here. Pretty solid release for such a film that is, you know, you wouldn't expect a mega release for. The transfer was really good too. So that is Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Thank you, Rview. Definitely check it out.